All right, so let's just sort of begin with the recap. And like I said, I have so many listeners from around the world who don't quite understand the American healthcare system. And you might have been startled to see that some people were celebrating or glad that the CEO of a healthcare company was murdered, and in a very sadistic way, really. So let's just start with me trying to explain that emotion, which, just to be very clear, I do not share it. I will never condone murdering people, vigilante system, none of that. But it's important for you to know that America's healthcare system is, in fact, a drug cartel. Okay. It's a partnership between the government and private insurance companies to basically price gauge. They make ordinary procedures that should cost hundreds of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. So it is not capitalist. You will see people speaking about, well, capitalism and free markets, it's a failure. Look at the healthcare system. No, that is not an example of the free market system. Okay. What is the free market? Ladies and gentlemen, in a free market scenario, you should obviously know how much something costs. That's pretty basic, right? You walk into a store, a shirt says it's $100. You say, oh no, that's way too expensive for a t-shirt. I'm not paying that. So you walk out of that store, and then you walk across the street to a different store, and it says, hey, we sell t-shirts for $20. And you say, sold. Okay, so the guy next door who's got it for $100, he's either going to lower his prices or he's going to go out of business. That's how a fair free market environment works, okay? In the healthcare industry, you walk into a doctor's office. You have no idea how much anything costs. They can't tell you. Sorry. They can only tell you how much things cost after you have had the procedure. You get sent a bill, and your insurance company pays maybe some of it, and then you kind of have to pay the rest. You pay deductible towards that bill that you don't know how much it's going to cost into the future. And you basically have to keep paying your insurance company in advance of you even getting ill or getting sick. And your insurance company also tells you exactly which doctors you're allowed to go to. You can't shop. You can't be like, well, I think this doctor's better. It's like, no, this is your healthcare plan. These are the doctors that you can go to. And of course, they're doing all of these deals behind closed doors, and the patients are completely blindfolded. Okay. So what happens if you had just removed these insurance companies? What happens if you had removed these major insurance companies like Brian Thompson, United Healthcare? Well, everything good is what would happen. A great example of that is laser eye surgery. So that procedure used to be covered by insurance, and it therefore used to cost tens of thousands of dollars, because they're like, we're making up the prices as we go along. Ha ha ha, $30,000. Then the insurance company said, you know what? We're not going to cover that anymore. We're not going to cover LASIK eye surgery because we consider it to be cosmetic. So guess what happened? Doctors started competing. Yeah, you had to walk into the store, you'd see the price, and the doctors had to compete with one another. Today, the average price of LASIK eye surgery for both eyes is just $4,100. That is the average price, 2023, $4,100 for both eyes. That's incredible. That really is incredible. And I wanted to explain that to listeners because, like I said, you may not be aware, it's a drug cartel. And so you have this guy, Brian Thompson.